I really struggled with it because I was among people who were speaking in tongues, not in our church, but elsewhere. For 3 years, I was among people who were speaking in tongues all around me. So you can imagine, I was a young Christian, just saved a few months. And I thought, they're all speaking in tongues, and I don't have it. So the first thought was, I'm not spiritual, or maybe I'm not saved. You see how the devil gets you there? But as I started reading the Bible, though I didn't understand that subject, or for that matter, most subjects in the Bible, I knew inside of me that it is all right not to have this same thing that these other people have. And I started studying this subject. Later on, as I've said earlier, I read this book by John F. MacArthur Jr. called The Charismatic Chaos. If you want to read it, you can, but he's certainly, there are certainly some very good things in that book, but he's wrong on his major premise. The major premise is in his book that in Corinth, at the church of Corinth, they were speaking the same gibberish that is being spoken today among the charismatics and the Pentecostals. He says they brought that gibberish over from the surrounding pagan religions and brought it into the church. So Paul is writing to them saying that, you know, that gibberish that you're speaking is not the biblical gift of tongues. You can't be more wrong than that. You say, oh, you think you know more than John F. MacArthur? He's such a great and accomplished scholar. He is, I don't deny that. But he's wrong. He's wrong because he doesn't understand the plain English in the King James Bible. He goes to the Greek, he goes to history and all those things, but he fails to believe what the book says. That's why he's got it wrong. The Christians at Corinth never spoke in gibberish. All right, that's not what Paul is addressing. But anyway, I read that book and it helped me to grasp the subject a little better. And later on, in the Lord's providence, the best book on that subject was put into my hands, and I read it and understood the subject. By the way, I did pray. Sometimes I said, Lord, if this gift of tongues is really biblical, then let me have it. Well, thank God, you know, I never did anything more than that. I didn't go to a charismatic church and start praying, you know, and